What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Scuba Driver. My name is Steven. I know it has been a while since I've made a video, but I am excited to be back on YouTube, and I can't wait to share with you guys some life updates, some car updates, and everything that I've been up to. But today, this video is very specific, so let's get right into it. So I've had comments, messages, DMs on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Yes, I still have the FRS, but that's another update for another video. What I'm going to do with it, we're not getting into that today. Today, I'm here to show you the dangers of getting on Facebook Marketplace after 12 a.m. for multiple nights in a row. Alright guys, welcome to the channel. My 1993 Nissan 240sx S13 Manual Swapped Convertible. If you grew up in the same time period as I did and loving JDM cars, you know that you wanted a Nissan 240sx at some point in your life. And I finally got one. It's very hard to find one that hasn't been modified too much, hasn't been a drift car, isn't like 14 different colors on the body panels. And it's also very hard to find one that is actually a clean title. I've spent a long time looking for the perfect JDM drift build, race build, autocross build. I don't even know what I'm doing with this thing yet, but I've spent a long time looking for something, especially on Facebook Marketplace, and I finally found one. So this one I found on Facebook Marketplace. I bought it from a gentleman in South Carolina who has a couple of 240SXs, and it's got about 164,000 miles on the chassis, but it's got a newer KA24DE motor in it that we don't know how many miles are on. Other than the aftermarket exhaust and header, and I'll show you a few other things on there that aren't necessarily stock, it's pretty much a stock car. I won't say how much I got this car for, but I pretty much paid next to nothing for it. And what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna start with the exterior of the vehicle. As you may imagine, or can obviously tell, the exterior is far from perfect. We've got dents on quarter panels. There's a little bit of paint missing here and there. We got the bumper end caps, which I was gonna order some new ones, but I just decided, you know what, whatever, I'm gonna just paint these. So I just kind of rattle canned both sides of those. The front bumper, the paint is definitely faded, but that's expected on a 20-something-year-old car. Sorry, 30-something-year-old car. We've got the original pop-up headlights, which yes, still work, and they actually wink if you try really hard. We're on the factory wheels, factory suspension. We come right over here. We're missing some mirror glass. That's okay. As far as rust goes, there's really not that much, which is actually surprising on these vehicles. Right now, the only rust I can actually find is on the passenger side quarter panel, but under the car, it is actually rust-free, which, as you guys know, if you know anything about these cars, that's a gem. Nissan made the S13 convertible from 1989 1994. If you know anything about them, you know they only came in automatic, which was a major downside because this was a sports car back in the 90s. It was highly sought after, rear-wheel drive, manual transmission, just a fun car. And then when they made the convertible, they only decided to make them in automatic for reasons I have no idea why. But this one completely gets rid of that annoyance. we've got a manual swap, one that I did not have to do. This is a 5-speed manual swapped Nissan 240sx Convertible. If I were to make a video of all the quirks of this car, you guys will be watching it for a very, very long time. So I'm just going to get into a couple of really fun ones. The main one, which actually made me laugh so hard, is this is your typical Facebook Marketplace find. When I bought this car, I had already given the guy cash. I had no idea that the brake pedal was still from the automatic transmission. He took the time to change everything out on this car except for the brake pedal. So when you drive a manual transmission car, the clutch and the brake pedal are the exact same size. If you get into a manual transmission car and the brake pedal is from an automatic transmission, guess what you're doing? If you're not paying attention, you're literally going to hit the clutch at the same time as the brake. So you actually have to put your foot like right here or else you're slamming on the brake at the exact same time, which I found out the hard way multiple times on my hour drive on the way home. So I haven't taken the time to do pretty much anything with this yet, but that's getting changed almost instantaneously. One that did not surprise me at all is the top. Guess what? The motor is not currently working. That's right. When you hit the top up, top down motor button, it just doesn't go up or down. I was not surprised about that at all. But it's pretty simple. You just lift the top up, close it, latch it. I've had a few little issues with it, but for the most part, if you try hard, it'll actually latch. Now, mechanically, the car is pretty much fine. I mean, it runs, it drives. I put some miles on it. It has actually been like a pretty good driving car, but you do start to find things that aren't like a normal car. For instance, if you want to put gas in it, sure, you would think you just walk over here and open this gas cap or pop it from the inside. Nope. For the record, this is something that was clearly listed on the Facebook Marketplace listing and that he clearly described to me when I was at his house, but now that I'm actually having to deal with it, it's kind of interesting. So the person I bought this car from originally bought this car to build it as a drift car. That's why he did the manual swap. That's why he put the newer KA24DE in there. And he kind of started going through all the actual problems of the car, which is how I know about the rust. One of the main problems with the car is that it sat for a very, very, very long time. And when a car sits, things start to go wrong, things start to go bad. The main thing that went bad on this was the fuel tank and the fuel lines. So that brings me to how he resolved this issue. Luckily, he worked at a fabrication shop. So what he did is he cut out the original fuel tank and he made his own. This is an external fuel cell. It's kind of hard to get on video. I'll try to get some from the top. He got rid of the gas tank and put this external fuel cell on there. This is what makes it a Facebook Marketplace drift build find. If you want to put gas in it, you have to come back here, unscrew this cap, and put your gas in there. So that makes the entire trunk kind of smell like gas, but it also makes it feel like a race car. On top of that, it's got a high pressure fuel pump, which makes a lot of noise. It kind of sounds like a supercharger sometimes to me, which I know it's kind of silly, but it does. It kind of makes this high pitched whine. And then when you're sitting at a stoplight and you come down to idle, it's got like this almost like chopping kind of noise where you can actually hear the fuel going into the engine. I don't know, it's pretty rad. This car is really loud, by the way. That leads me to my next surprise when I bought the car. I clearly didn't read the listing. I thought it had a normal exhaust and everything on there, but this is actually an ISR, like straight pipe exhaust, and it has an ISR catless header. So this thing is literally straight pipe from the header back. It is crazy loud, and I was wildly surprised when he first started it up. If you've been watching this channel for a long time, you know that I love loud cars. I have a very, very loud car. I film loud cars all the time. This one's a little ridiculous. In fact, once I actually figure out why I bought this car and what I'm going to do with it, that's another thing we're going to have to figure out. I know that video is not going to do this justice, but Kitty, do you mind starting the car for us? All right, baby, let's hear it. that video doesn't really do it justice, but it is really, really loud. And we'll get some sound clips, we'll get some driving clips too, but it is ridiculous, especially when you start hitting the gas. I mean, it sets off car alarms from like 100 yards away. It is crazy loud. Now that it's come down to idle a little bit, not that it actually comes down from idle because it's just really loud all the time, let me introduce you to somebody that you guys are going to see on the channel. So let me welcome to the channel, Katie. Everybody say, hey Katie, in the comments. If you've been following me on Instagram, you've probably noticed a little bit of a change. There's Subarus on there now, and I can't take any credit for that. Katie has a really, really cool Subaru. She's actually had multiple Subarus. We're gonna get into that in another video. Katie actually went to South Carolina with me to pick up the 240. She got a couple videos of me driving it back. I might insert them in this video right here.
Going for a nice ride in that new convertible.
It's a nice Sunday.
Just a nice relaxing drive. We're good.
So if you saw some videos right there, that means I inserted them. Katie actually helped me name this car, which is
Chuki.
that's right, it's Chuki. Chuki was this style of the S13 back in the day, and we couldn't think of a better name. I mean, Chuki. So what do you think of Chuki, you know, being a car girl?
I mean, I always wanted Miata just because of the pop-ups, so I got the pop-ups. She is definitely very special and special needs, but we love her all the same, and I'm excited to see what we do with her.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you a serious question here. You're my girlfriend. How do you think this car sounds?
You're not allowed to ask me that. I mean, compared to the Rocket, it does not sound great, but it doesn't sound bad.
Honest answer, we love it.
I mean, if you had asked for my honest opinion with no negative comebacks for me later, it sounds like a PVC pipe, like when you're a kid and you're blowing like through the PVC pipe, but I mean, it could be worse.
She told me it sounds like a PVC pipe, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get that out of my head now. Being as it's starting to get dark here, although that sky looks really cool right there, we've been talking about the quirks of this car, so we're going to point out the next one.
So one of the big things that we found with this vehicle after we purchased it was the running taillights don't work and the lights in the cluster don't work either, but who needs to see your speed when it doesn't go fast anyways?
Here I am being nice, trying to introduce my girlfriend to the channel, and she's just ripping on my car, which, as she just explained, does not rip. Anyways, it's getting dark outside, and the park ranger just came over to us and let us know the park is closing, so we're gonna head out of here. It feels great being back on YouTube. I can't wait to keep making more videos for you guys. There's so much to update you on. There's a lot of stuff coming. We've got some builds we're working on, life changes, and I just can't wait to make more content again. I can't describe how exciting it was to just get out here and film and show the new car. But with all that being said, that's all for another video. For now, I'm just going to leave you with some POV driving clips, maybe some sound clips, I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've been around for a long time, I can't describe how much I appreciate each and every single one of you. It means the world to me when people like my video, watch it, subscribe, comment on there, send me messages on Instagram, which I'm going to put right here. Make sure you go follow me if you aren't already for even more updates and to see what I've been up to. And again, thank you guys for welcoming Katie to the channel. Can't wait to show you guys her car. You guys are in for a treat with that one. It's way faster than any car I've ever had on here.
And combined.
But if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you aren't already. And if you can, just leave a comment on there. It helps me out way more than you guys would know. Until the next time, we'll see you guys later. Peace.